You can know, you'll know the mouth will get tight. You'll see tension in their mouth. You'll see their eye quits blinking. They get a blank stare. And even if you move and jump, they might be looking at something out of their other eye and not paying any attention to you. I really think you need at least two ropes, at least a 12 or 14 foot lead rope and a 22 foot rope. And I love these ones with the rings on them. They're very versatile. I can do all kinds of things with them. So I can stand back here and throw this rope at this horse. Now he stopped moving his feet. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's comfortable with it. And I need to be very careful not to let him go to a happy place and to keep him engaged. And see, I can keep him engaged by accidentally whacking him just a little harder than I maybe would, just to keep him thinking, oh, here, he needs to pay attention. I don't want him walking around, but then I'll help him find a way to stop. I want him to not take offense to it. You can see how he's turning his head away from me. I don't know if you can see that from there. He's not engaged with me. He's trying to escape. And if I kind of let that go on, he'll escape to a happy place somewhere in his head where he tries to shut me off and think I don't exist. Oh, there we go. He looked at me. Well, that's where I'll quit. For a second, I'll pause. Take a moment. If I take that moment when he looks at me, he'll look to engage that much more. I want him to be engaged and not think this is being done to me, but being done for me. He doesn't know, he doesn't understand that. But I want him to be engaged. I want him to be thinking. I want him to be present with me, not just go to some far off horse fairyland. I want them to be here, because when they wake up out of that, they don't know what's going on, because they go in, some of them will go into such a deep trance with it. There, attaboy. I caught him. His little eyeball looked at me. That's where I'll quit there. I'll pause. See his left ear's on me? His right eye's kind of blinking, looking at me. You can know, you'll know the mouth will get tight. You'll see tension in their mouth. You'll see their eye quits blinking. They get a blank stare. And even if you move and jump, they might be looking at something out of their other eye and not paying any attention to you. But I need to have him engaged with me here. When he's engaged with me, that's where everything gets lighter and softer and more relaxed. And I might not quit what I'm doing, but I'll just do it lighter, softer, a little more quiet, not as big. And when he looks off, maybe that's when I'll get bigger. Oh, he says, oh, what? Oh, maybe I better look at Joe. Attaboy, that's when I'll get softer. See, he thinks he's in, he'll have, I do that all the time. I get three things in my mind. I want him to think he's in control of me. When he looks at me, that's how he can control the volume, the tempo, how hard things are, how he perceives them, or stop completely. That'll keep him looking at you. Because see, now he's bent looking towards me. He's bent to me, not thinking about what's outside this arena. And when I first came in and threw this rope at him, it worried him, it bothered him, it still does. So we're not through yet at all. We've got a lot more work to do. And people are riding this horse. I wouldn't. Not till all this is pretty good. That doesn't have to be great, but I just have to know that things I do aren't going to bother him, overly bother him. Okay, so now as we see, he's looking off somewhere else. He's not really paying attention to me, so what I'm going to do... Oh, there he goes. Oh, boy, didn't take a whole lot. Yeah. Okay, I yield his hind quarter around. It's a fairly nice yield. Let's try the other side. Need you to look over here. Atta boy. Now these ropes are a little weighted on this end. This end is thick and it's heavy, so that makes it easy to throw. And if you get started with this and you're not good at it, that's okay. I wasn't either. You'll throw the rope and hit him in the head. You'll throw the rope and knock your hat off. You'll throw the rope and whack your ear. Get good with throwing the rope with both hands. Try left-handed, try right-handed. And just because his head down doesn't mean he's here with me. If his ear's on me, it gives me a little bit better indication. I see his little eyeball looking over this way. He hasn't given me, I'm struggling getting this rope over his back with my left hand because I haven't done it this way in a while. Here we go. Okay, maybe I'll shorten the rope up and come around and... Oh, there, yeah, oh boy. There you go. That little pause means a whole lot. Everybody wants a safe trail horse, but nobody's willing to put the time in. So apparently I need to do this around his head a lot more. He's worried that might hurt him, and that's okay. If I do 5 or 10 minutes of this a day, by the end of this week, he'll be a champ with this. And it doesn't take a whole lot of time. It takes a lot of time at first. The very first time, you might spend a little bit of time with it. And then once he gets good with it, so you're at a trail ride somewhere and somebody's kid comes along swinging ropes. What do you want your horse to do? Spit the bit and run away? Or you want him to look at the kid and go, yeah, I've seen that a million times. Yep, I just put my head down and relax. What a good boy. Now, you see things and you hope they take it good. You pray that they're going to be good with it. I would rather know that I've prepared my horse to be good with it. I'd rather know that things I have done have prepared my horse for this very moment in time. Not just get on and hope they're going to be good. Because never ever does that usually turn out good. And let your imagination roll. Play with different things. You know, make your horse a good horse by getting out and doing stuff. You know, in the wintertime, the days are short, nights are long. You can do this in a stall. Or if you got a couple lights out by the end of the barn, with a little shed row, you can do this out there. Doesn't take a whole lot of space to do this. Oh, he has finding a little bit of time. That's okay. I'm going to let him walk around. I love that he's figuring out. He's showing me that that's a problem. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for him to show me that's a problem, so that way I can help him over it. and not hope that it doesn't. Everything works out right. We were at a trail competition. I used to rope years ago, and a friend of mine was out doing a roping demonstration. He asked us to come over and kind of hang out and be some of the guinea pigs. So I took a little tough out. Now he's had this done to him a million times. Now I'm not a roper because I don't have the shoulder for it. I threw my shoulder out years ago. Doesn't mean I can't rope. It means I choose not. I choose to do other things. Well, anyway, we were playing with the rope. The rope got wrapped around his back legs, and the other fellows putting on the clinic had to come apart. Oh my gosh, you got to stop. You got to stop. I said, no, my horse is good. He knows how to deal with all this. But he didn't know that my horse knew how to deal with all that. Well, I just kept going and ignored him. I said, I'll show you. He was very impressed. But, you know, we're only as good as we are with our preparation.